Stocks are mixed as I speak to you right now. The Nasdaq is up by about 0.5%. The S&P is up by about 0.2%, but the Dow is down by about 0.1%, and the Russell is down by a little bit over 0.5%. So far this morning, the Nasdaq is now only 1.5% away from its all-time high. That's the futures contract. Both New York Fed President John Williams and Fed Vice Chair for Supervision Michael Barr gave speeches yesterday, and both basically justified the Fed's wait-and-see approach to interest rate cuts at this point. Building permits in the U.S. did come in slightly higher than expected, but new home sales dropped 13.7%. That's the most since October of 2024. Gold is right around the flat line, but silver, copper, and crude oil are all higher, with crude oil up almost 1% as I speak to you right now. The dollar is up against the majors, strongest against the yen and the Swiss franc, with yields slightly lower across the board in the U.S. Treasury curve. Fed Chair Jerome Powell is speaking before the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee today. Yesterday, Chair Powell told the House that the Fed is not planning immediate rate cuts and will wait for more economic data. He noted tariff impacts on inflation and emphasized a patient, data-dependent approach to future interest rate decisions. U.S. GDP is due out tomorrow. This is the third and final revision to Q1 GDP. Markets expect only small revisions, and they expect it to come out likely close to the prior estimates. The consensus is for slight tweaks rather than any significant surprise to GDP. Looking ahead, earnings after the close today, there are 6 companies with over $1 billion in market cap reporting earnings, including Micron Technology, H.B. Fuller, and Worthington Steel. Before tomorrow's market open, we have 4 companies with market caps over $1 billion US, and they are McCormick and Company, Walgreen Boots Alliance, Acuity, and the Lindsay Corporation. This afternoon, we get a 5-year note auction in the U.S. Yesterday's 2-year note auction went well, with robust bid-to-cover ratios and a strong investor appetite. Tomorrow morning, there's another round of jobless claims, along with durable goods figures, pending home sales in the U.S., and the first quarter GDP revision that I already mentioned.